Yep. I had a moment on Monday. I was sitting with my two boys, trying to help them get started on their homeschool work before I went off to work myself. And Monday, I was just all morning, just agitated, stressed, kind of could sense it, notice it
Mhm.
growing all morning. And stress has played a big role in my life. I think we talked about that in a recent episode. Learning how to navigate and deal with stress is a big deal for me, even right now, learning how to deal with it in a healthy way and learn how to invite others into it and ask for what I need in those moments is still something that I'm actively working on. I think you said on a recent podcast, maybe it was too long ago for our audience to remember, but you referenced Dr. Kevin Majors, where he says, cognitive behavioral therapy is pro anxiety, right? That kind of idea of the goal is not to become anxiety free. The goal is to learn how to meet anxiety when it comes,
Yeah.
that it's no
Yeah.
longer a
Yep.
dragon, that it's a
Yep.
signal. And I found myself doing that
So
as I
good.
sat with the boys. I mean, my anxiety, generalized, not related to something specific, not attached to it, had nothing to do with what I was facing that day or something that was coming up, just was there. And it reached the point where it felt like I was going to have a panic attack. Like the conscious thought was, I don't think I can take any more of this.
Mm.
And my hands tapping on the table. And at one point, Krista was like, I can take over. Like you can go do your work if, and I said, no, I can sit here. And I was just in that moment trying to allow myself to be present to it
Yeah.
and to not run from it. And even the small act of running to work
Right.
felt like running. Well, I'm just going to go and start doing stuff in order to try to get this to go away.
Yep.
Right. And I'm not saying that that's always a negative thing, but in that moment, there was something in me that said, like, no, I need to allow this to rise to the level that it's going to rise in me, to feel the
Yeah.
agitation, to feel the sense of, I don't want to say explosion, but that this is going to overcome me and like
Yeah.
physically overwhelm me, and I can do it.
Yeah.
And it rose, and just in the same way that we teach guys about craving, when you allow yourself to feel it and to notice it, it increases in intensity. And the more that you let it be there and welcome its presence, it starts to dissipate and go away. And I experienced that.
Yep.
Like all of this stress that had been building over the morning as I sat and allowed myself to breathe, the breath didn't take it away. The moment I started doing deeper breathing,
Yeah.
it increased in intensity. It felt like it was going to overwhelm me. And then it started to dissipate.
Yeah.
And for me, that's that is as important an exercise and practice in my life that I need to be committed to in a non-negotiable way, as is exercising every day, as is having a rule of life for my prayer life and finding time for silence every day,
Yeah.
right? That, and I share that because I think very often the invitation that we can have as men is to feel like we need to do more, get out there more, go more, right? That it's this kind of excelling in work, right? Or excelling in our sphere of influence. Call all your
100%.
friends, get together with everybody it's talk about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think there is a reality where that all that stuff is, I think, good. Those are all
Yep.
good. But I think we miss the opportunity to let what's coming up in us come up and feel it fully and to allow it to train our body and brain in new ways of how to respond to that stuff as it comes. What is that doing? Well, one, the next time it comes up, the next time I experience stress in the morning or in the evening or whatever, my brain and body will be better at processing all that. And it
Right.
won't compound so much. I'll become more effective and it won't outlet to anger or to another maladaptive form. But more than that, it'll matter when it matters most,
Right.
right? When you are in the situation where you need the training,
Right.
because the situation does call for stress or does call for hypervigilance. But normal hypervigilance would be a fight or flight that is uncontrollable.